My beloved, pause for a moment and feel the stillness around you. I have placed these words before you at this exact time, not by chance, not by accident, but because there is a reason, a divine reason, that you are seeing this right now. You may wonder why this moment has found you, why your eyes have landed here, why your heart is quietly tugging you to listen. Listen closely, for I am speaking directly into the part of your spirit that no one else can reach. This is not ordinary. This is not routine. This is a hidden message meant solely for you. A message that carries timing, precision, and sacred intention. There are whispers of heaven that move unseen, and in this moment, you have been brought to notice them. I have known where you would be, what weight you would carry, what questions have filled your mind, and yet I waited for the perfect alignment of your heart, the quiet openness that would allow my words to touch you deeply. There is no coincidence here, no random alignment of events. For every second of your journey has been guided so that you would encounter this divine appointment. I know the tiredness in your soul, the ache of carrying burdens alone, the silent longings that nobody else witnesses. And it is because I see you, fully and completely, that I have intervened in this very instant. Timing matters, my child. The universe bends to purpose when the heart is prepared, and your heart is prepared now. Do not dismiss this moment. Do not allow your mind to wander to distractions. Do not tell yourself that you will return to this later, for the reason you are here is greater than you understand. I am closer than ever, reaching through the noise and the chaos, reaching into your spirit with the gentleness of my love, with the authority of my presence. Hidden from your sight, I have watched over every tear, every sleepless night, every quiet struggle that has gone unnoticed by the world, and yet it has never escaped my awareness. Every sigh, every thought, every longing has been collected and held with care. This is why I am speaking now, and this is why I have brought you to this precise point, to awaken your soul, to stir your spirit, to open the door to the hope that has been patiently waiting for you. There is a divine rhythm in the timing of this encounter, a sacred cadence that aligns with the secret workings of your life, and it is not for anyone else but you to receive. Feel the depth of this moment, the weight of intention that surrounds it. It is a personal calling, a whisper of heaven that you have been chosen to hear, a light breaking into the hidden corners of your heart. The reason you are here is not merely for curiosity, not merely to pass time, but to recognize that you have been guided, watched, and held with infinite care. Every step that led you to this instant has been marked by my presence, and even when you could not feel it, even when the world seemed silent, I was shaping the path beneath your feet. There is a sacred urgency in this pause, a gentle insistence that your attention be drawn fully into what I am offering you now. Timing is a gift, and I have orchestrated it so that no other moment could serve this purpose. Take in the stillness, the awareness that this is a hidden message, a signal of divine presence, a calling that your spirit has long been waiting for. You may ask, why now? Why me? Why these words? It is because every element has converged at this precise moment to deliver what your soul requires most: recognition, acknowledgement, and an awakening that stirs hope. The reason you are here is because I have chosen you, because I see you, because I have been near even when you did not perceive me. There is an intentionality to every breath, every pause, every beat of your heart that has brought you to this recognition. I am calling you to notice, to feel, to open to what is sacred, to allow the awareness that this is not happenstance but divine orchestration. You are being given a moment to stop, to hear, to receive, to acknowledge that there is a hand guiding you, a heart loving you, a presence that never leaves you. In the depth of this encounter, in the quiet of this pause, understand that this is the beginning of an intimacy that has been prepared for you, a personal reach into your life that aligns with the timing of heaven itself. There is reason here. Divine reason, a sacred alignment that you have been chosen to experience. And as you listen, as you allow yourself to be present, you will begin to feel the gentle, unyielding pull of love that has waited for your attention, that has never ceased, that has never faltered. This is your appointment, hidden yet precise, meant to awaken your spirit and to remind you that you are seen, that you are held, and that you are never alone. My beloved child, I have been watching you carry burdens that the world cannot see. I see the exhaustion that weighs on your shoulders, the quiet fatigue that fills your heart, the invisible battles that you fight in silence every single day. I know how you wake each morning trying to muster the strength to face the day, how you smile for others while your spirit feels heavy, how you whisper your prayers in the dark and wonder if anyone, even I, hear them. I see the moments when you pretend that everything is fine, when you hold back tears so no one notices, when you push yourself beyond what is humanly possible because you feel that stopping is not an option. I know the hidden pain you carry, the pressure to appear strong while inside your soul is weary, the emotional fatigue that settles deep within, pressing against your chest, making it hard to breathe freely. I know the disappointment that you hide, the dreams you have let slip quietly through your hands, the nights when loneliness seems to stretch endlessly before you, and you ask yourself if anyone truly understands the weight of what you endure. I see the worry that steals your sleep, the thoughts that replay over and over, telling you that you are not enough, that you have failed too many times, that life will never give you relief. I see the battles in your mind, the way fear whispers lies, the way doubt creeps into your heart, the way shame and regret sit like shadows, keeping you from feeling the fullness of my love. I know how it feels to carry responsibilities that were never meant for you alone, how the expectations of others add layers to the heaviness you bear, how every setback, every closed door, every unanswered question accumulates like a mountain that seems impossible to climb. I see how your spirit longs for comfort, how your heart yearns for rest, how you desire someone to understand without judgment, how you ache to be seen exactly as you are, with all your imperfections, all your weariness, all your quiet suffering. I know the silent tears you shed when no one is watching, the moments when you feel too broken to ask for help, the heaviness that makes even simple decisions feel overwhelming. I know the pressure to keep going when you feel depleted, the exhaustion of giving and giving without receiving, the hidden sorrow that lingers even in moments that appear ordinary to the outside world. I see how you have tried to keep your burdens invisible, how you have hidden your struggles behind a mask of composure, how you have carried the weight of unspoken pain alone. I see the emotional fatigue that rests on your spirit, how it makes each step forward feel like an effort beyond measure, how it makes you question your worth, your purpose, your place in the world. I know the loneliness that comes even when surrounded by people, the ache of longing for connection, the fear that no one truly knows your heart. I see how every disappointment has added a layer to your hidden struggle, how every unanswered prayer has made your soul tremble, how the quiet moments of despair have whispered that you are forgotten. And yet, even in the midst of all this, I am here. I am with you. I see everything. I hear every sigh, every cry, every silent word you thought vanished into the air. I know your pain, my child, and I hold it with infinite care. I do not turn away. I do not look past you. I do not see you as unworthy or broken. I see you as my beloved, carrying weight that was never meant to crush you, enduring struggles that are known to me, and I am tenderly, patiently, lovingly watching over you. I am aware of every hidden ache, every silent fight, every moment when the heaviness feels too much to bear. I see the quiet courage it takes for you to face each day, the bravery in continuing when you feel like letting go, the strength it requires to move forward even when your spirit feels weary. I understand your exhaustion, your hidden pain, your secret struggles, your emotional fatigue, and I hold it all within the warmth of my love. You are not unseen. You are not forgotten. Every hidden burden you carry has been noticed, every silent tear collected, every whisper of your heart treasured. For I am with you, and I see you completely. My beloved child, listen to me now with a softer part of your heart, because there is something deeper I need you to recognize within yourself. Beyond the exhaustion you feel, beyond the silent struggles you carry, there are thoughts that have slowly taken root in your spirit, and I have seen how they have shaped the way you see yourself and your life. These thoughts did not come from me. They were planted in moments of pain, watered by disappointment, and strengthened by fear when you were at your weakest. And yet, over time, they began to sound like truth to you. You began to believe that what you felt in your lowest moments defined who you are. You started to accept ideas that were never meant to live inside your identity. I hear them in the quiet places of your heart, the thoughts you do not say out loud but carry within you. You have whispered to yourself in moments of loneliness that you are forgotten, that your life does not matter as much as others, that perhaps you are unseen even by heaven itself. You have carried a false belief that your struggles mean you are abandoned, that your delays mean you are rejected, that your pain is proof that you are not chosen. But I am here to gently remove those lies from the place where they have taken root. I want you to see clearly now, not through fear, not through self-doubt, but through truth. You are not forgotten. Even in the moments when silence surrounded you, I was there, closer than your breath, holding every detail of your life with care. I have seen every attempt you made to stay strong when everything inside you felt like breaking. I have seen the times you compared yourself to others and felt like you were falling behind. And I want you to understand that this comparison was never the truth about you. It was a distortion born from insecurity and fear. You are not behind. You are not overlooked. You are not less than anyone else. Another lie you have believed is that you are not enough, that your failures define your worth, that your past mistakes disqualify you from love, healing, and purpose. But I tell you gently, that is not your identity. Your worth was never measured by your performance, your perfection, or your ability to hold everything together. The moments you fell, the moments you doubted, the moments you felt weak, none of these removed your value. Instead, I have been with you even there, not waiting for you to become perfect, but walking with you through every imperfection. Fear has spoken loudly in your mind, telling you that nothing will change, that your situation will remain the same, that hope is too fragile to trust. But fear is not your truth. Fear only magnifies what is visible while hiding what is possible. It makes you believe that what you see now is all there will ever be. And self-doubt has tried to convince you that you are incapable, that you will always struggle, that you are defined by your hardest days. But I am breaking the power of those thoughts over you now. I am showing you that none of those voices carry the authority to define your life. They are echoes of pain, not declarations of truth. You are not what fear says you are. You are not what doubt says you are. You are not what disappointment says you are. You are seen. You are known. You are held with love that does not fade or withdraw. And even now, as you hear this, I am gently lifting the weight of those false beliefs off your heart, not with force, but with truth that brings peace. I am replacing the lies you have carried with a deeper awareness that you are valued, that you are held, that you are not walking alone. Let this truth begin to settle within you, slowly, deeply, until it reaches the places where fear once lived. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not defined by self-doubt. You are loved beyond what fear ever allowed you to believe. My beloved child, now I want to gently lift your eyes higher, beyond what you have believed about yourself, beyond the weight of your past, beyond the voices of fear and self-doubt, and show you something you have not yet seen clearly. You have been looking at your life through the lens of pain, through the filter of disappointment, through the memory of what did not work out, but I do not see you that way. My perspective is not shaped by your failures. It is shaped by love, by purpose, and by what is still growing inside you, even when you cannot see it. When I look at you, I do not see someone broken beyond repair. I see hidden strength that has carried you through storms you should not have survived. I see endurance that kept you standing when everything inside you wanted to collapse. I see a heart that still reaches for hope even after disappointment tried to silence it. This is my perspective of you, not defined by what hurt you, but by what you have endured and how you have continued forward even when it felt impossible. You have mistaken your quiet seasons for emptiness, but I see unseen growth taking place within you, roots deepening in ways you do not yet understand. Even when nothing around you seemed to change, something within you was being shaped with care. Every tear you cried was not wasted. Every moment of waiting was not empty. Every delay was not abandonment. In what you called silence, I was building resilience inside your spirit, teaching your heart to hold more than it thought it could carry, strengthening you in places that cannot be seen by others. You thought I was absent in those moments, but I was closest then, forming something strong and lasting within you. You thought your weakness disqualified you, but I see it differently. I see a heart that has been refined through struggle, a spirit that has learned to rise again even after falling, a life that carries evidence of grace even in its most fragile places. Where you see limitation, I see preparation. Where you see delay, I see protection. Where you see loss, I see alignment for something greater. that you could not yet hold. My perspective is not limited to what is visible right now. I see what is being prepared in you, what is being developed beneath the surface of your pain. I see the quiet courage it takes for you to keep believing even when hope feels distant. I see the strength it takes to continue when your emotions tell you to stop. These are not small things in my eyes. They are signs of life, signs of growth, signs that you are still becoming who you are meant to be. You have been measuring yourself by moments of struggle, but I measure you by the endurance of your spirit, by the sincerity of your heart, by the way you still seek truth even in confusion. You are not the sum of your hardest days. You are not defined by the moments you fell short. You are seen through the lens of love that does not forget, that does not overlook, that does not diminish what is still unfolding within you. I see what others cannot see. I see the strength hidden in your broken places, the wisdom forming through your experiences, the quiet growth that is taking root even now as you listen. And I want you to understand this deeply, not as a distant idea, but as a truth meant for your healing. You are not behind, you are not forgotten, you are not overlooked. You are being shaped with intention, held with care, and seen with clarity that goes beyond what fear has told you. Let this begin to change the way you see yourself, not through the narrow view of pain, but through the wider view of love that sees your hidden strength and your unseen growth, even now, even here, even in this moment. My beloved child, I know you have asked yourself countless times why you must wait, why the answers, the breakthroughs, the relief you have longed for seem to linger just beyond your reach. I see the impatience in your heart, the heaviness of hope deferred, the longing that tugs at every fiber of your being. Yet, I want you to understand that this waiting is not absence, it is preparation. Every season of pause, every moment that feels long and burdensome, is like a seed planted quietly in the soil of your spirit. You do not see it yet, but beneath the surface, roots are growing, strengthening, deepening, creating a foundation that will hold more than you imagine. Just as a gardener knows the seed must endure time before it breaks the earth, so too does your heart need this time to grow strong. I am tending to what is within you, shaping your spirit, molding your endurance, nurturing the hidden growth that will support the blessings to come. Each tear you have shed waters the soil of your soul. Each sigh you release enriches the roots of your character. Each silent prayer strengthens the foundation that I am building. The waiting is not a punishment, nor is it a signal of neglect. It is the process of transformation. In the quiet, unseen moments, your spirit is being fortified for what you are about to receive. I am cultivating resilience, wisdom, and faith inside you that the storms of life cannot undo. What feels like delay is actually divine timing, a season for your heart to learn to trust, for your eyes to see differently, for your soul to recognize its own strength. The unseen growth within you is preparing you to handle joy, to carry responsibility, to embrace purpose fully. Just as roots anchor a tree and give it stability against the fiercest wind, so are these seasons of waiting, anchoring your spirit, giving you balance, endurance, and readiness for the fullness of what I have in store. You have carried heavy burdens, you have wrestled with fatigue, you have felt moments of doubt, yet all of this has been part of the process. Do not despise the quiet, do not resent the stillness, for it is in these spaces that I am working most intimately within you. I am here with you, holding your heart, tending the soil of your spirit, ensuring that when the time comes, the growth will be undeniable, the fruit will be abundant, and your heart will recognize the value of every moment you waited. I am shaping more than your circumstance. I am shaping your soul to receive with gratitude, to love with fullness, to stand with unwavering faith. Even when it feels slow, even when the longing grows heavy, trust that this process is purposeful, that every moment is preparing you for a harvest greater than what you can now see. The waiting is a divine cultivation, a sacred season in which I am intimately involved, tending to your inner life so that when the time arrives, you will stand with roots deep, with understanding clear, and with a heart open to receive what I have lovingly and intentionally prepared just for you. My beloved child, in the quiet of this waiting, something profound is taking shape within you, something you have not fully recognized but is becoming stronger with each passing moment. I am revealing to you the seeds of wisdom that have been planted deep within your spirit. seeds that will guide your understanding, sharpen your discernment, and help you see the paths that were hidden from your eyes before. You are being formed into someone who does not merely endure life, but who understands the lessons it carries, who perceives the subtle movements of grace, and who can navigate challenges with clarity that comes from reflection and insight. Patience is being woven into the fabric of your character, a patient endurance that does not falter when circumstances seem uncertain, a patience that listens before reacting, that weighs before responding, that breathes before acting. You are growing resilience, a quiet and steady strength that carries you through seasons of difficulty without losing your tenderness. A resilience that allows you to rise each time you stumble, stronger and more aligned with the purpose unfolding before you. Compassion is being cultivated within you, a deep empathy for others born from the struggles you have experienced, an understanding that reaches beyond surface appearances, a heart that can feel the pain of others without being consumed, a spirit that reflects the light of kindness in every interaction. Every trial, every moment of waiting, every question that has stirred within you is being transformed into these qualities, not by force, but by the natural unfolding of growth that occurs when the spirit is tended with care. You are being refined in ways that cannot be measured by what you see, shaped by experiences that at times felt heavy, but which have nurtured endurance, understanding, and perspective. The roots of this inner transformation run deep, hidden from sight yet powerful, anchoring you to values that cannot be shaken by the winds of fear, doubt, or disappointment. Every difficult moment you have faced has been a layer in the foundation of your inner life, preparing you to bear more, to hold more, to love more fully, and to engage with the world from a place of grounded wisdom. You are becoming someone who can carry hope without being fragile, someone who can hold strength without losing humility, someone who can approach challenges with courage tempered by insight, someone whose character has been honed through reflection and prayer, through seasons of stillness and introspection. This process, this unseen construction, is the heart of what is being built inside you, a self that is both tender and strong, compassionate yet discerning, wise yet humble, capable of navigating the unseen currents of life with grace. And as you recognize these shifts within yourself, you will begin to see the unfolding of your own story not as a series of random events, but as a careful shaping, a patient construction of the very qualities that will define your journey ahead. The person emerging from this season is not the one who is untouched by struggle, but the one whose spirit has been fortified, whose understanding has deepened, whose heart has expanded, and whose life is being prepared to reflect purpose, insight, and enduring strength in ways you have not yet imagined. My beloved child, now is the moment to open your heart fully, to release what you have held so tightly, to let go of the burdens that have weighed upon you for so long. I am inviting you to surrender, not because I demand it, but because your spirit longs for the freedom that comes from trusting fully, from handing over what you cannot carry alone. Let go of the fear that has held you captive, the doubt that whispers lies about your worth, the anger that clings to your soul and prevents peace from entering. I am asking you to forgive, not for the sake of others alone, but for yourself, to loosen the chains that have bound your heart and to create space for healing and clarity to flow in. Trust in the process that has been working in your life, even in moments when the waiting seemed endless, even when patience felt impossible. For every step has been guided, every trial has served a purpose, and every pause has prepared you for what is to come. I invite you to place your hands into mine, to hand over your uncertainty, your hesitation, your fear of what might happen next, and to rest in the assurance that your surrender is an act of courage, a decision to step into a new reality, a choice to embrace the movement of my spirit in your life. As you do this, you will feel a gentle shift within, a release of tension, a lifting of heaviness, and a soft illumination of your path. For the heart that yields to love finds clarity where confusion once reigned. I am asking you to let the light of trust fill the spaces that have been darkened by anxiety, to allow patience to take root in the soil of your soul, and to recognize the growth that has been. Surrender is not the end of your strength, but the beginning of a deeper power, the power of alignment with purpose, with direction, with the knowledge that you do not walk alone. Let go, and you will discover that what you feared losing was never truly yours to hold anyway, that what you held tightly was sometimes a weight meant to be released, so that your hands could be ready to receive what has been waiting. Forgive the parts of yourself that have believed lies. Forgive the moments you allowed fear to dictate your choices. Forgive the hesitation that has kept you from stepping into the fullness of your calling. Trust is the bridge from what you have carried to what is being given, a bridge built slowly by each act of courage, each step of faith, each moment of openness. As you take this step, you will feel the invitation deepen, the pull of something greater than yourself guiding you, urging you to walk into a space where grace meets action, where love meets willingness, where your heart aligns with the path I have prepared. I am here, reaching for your trust, reaching for your surrender, inviting you to step fully into what has been prepared, to release what was never meant to define you, and to embrace the life that is waiting for you with open hands, open heart, and a spirit ready to receive the abundant peace, guidance, and healing that are your inheritance in this moment. My beloved child, as you continue to walk with me in this place of surrender, I want to gently lift your eyes beyond what you have known and show you what is quietly forming ahead of you, even now, even in ways you cannot yet perceive. There is a future unfolding that is not shaped by your fear, not limited by your past, and not confined by the weight of your current season. It is a new chapter, one that begins not with struggle, but with restoration. A chapter where what was broken begins to be restored in ways that feel gentle, yet powerful, steady, yet undeniable. You may not see it yet, but doors that once felt closed are not gone forever. They are being aligned in timing that will bring clarity instead of confusion, peace instead of pressure. There are opportunities ahead that will not come as burdens, but as invitations, moments where your gifts, your growth, and your endurance will meet purpose in ways you did not expect. I am preparing paths that will allow you to walk without the same heaviness you have carried. Paths where your spirit will breathe again, where your heart will not feel constantly pressed, where you will begin to recognize that what once felt like delay was shaping you for something wider, something more aligned with who you are becoming. Restoration is not just about what returns to you, but about what is renewed within you, how your vision begins to clear, how your confidence begins to steady, how your heart begins to trust again without trembling. There is a breaking through that is not loud in the way you imagine, but deeply transformative, a shift that changes how you carry yourself, how you perceive your journey, how you respond to life. It is the beginning of a quiet strength, one that does not rely on external validation, but rests in an inner certainty that you are being guided even when you cannot trace every step. I want you to understand that what lies ahead is not repetition of what has hurt you, but expansion beyond it, a widening of your life into spaces where hope feels natural again, where peace is not rare, but steady, where joy is not distant, but familiar. In this unfolding future, you will notice opportunities that match the depth of what you have endured, moments where what you have learned in silence becomes a source of strength in the open. You are being led into a season where your resilience will become a foundation for new beginnings, where your patience will turn into wisdom, where your compassion will open doors that effort alone could not open. The unseen work within you is preparing you for visible change outside you, and when that alignment comes, you will recognize it not as coincidence, but as the fruit of every hidden moment that shaped you. There is a calm ahead that will not depend on perfect circumstances, but will flow from a deeper awareness that your life is moving with intention. You will begin to see that what once felt uncertain was not absence of direction, but preparation for clarity. This is the beginning of something new, something that does not erase your past but transforms its meaning, where every step you took, even the painful ones, becomes part of a greater unfolding. Hold this gently in your heart, for the future I am speaking of is not distant in hope alone, but already in motion, quietly forming around you, inviting you forward into restoration, breakthrough, and opportunities that will meet you with grace and guide you into a life that reflects the fullness of what has been growing within you all along. My beloved child, now as this journey comes to a gentle close, I want to gather everything you have heard into a place of peace within your heart. Carry with you the truth that you are not forgotten, that you are not walking unseen, and that every hidden part of your story has been held with care through every season you did not understand. Let your spirit rest now in what has been revealed to you, not as something distant or fleeting, but as something steady and real that you can return to whenever your heart feels heavy again. You do not need to carry confusion anymore, for clarity has been gently placed within you. You do not need to hold your burdens alone anymore, for strength has been forming within you even in your weakest moments. Take with you the understanding that your waiting was never wasted, your pain was never ignored, and your journey has never been outside of love and purpose. Let your heart be still now, not because everything is already solved, but because you are no longer walking without guidance, no longer standing without comfort, no longer moving without direction. I am placing peace over your thoughts, a calm that does not depend on circumstances, a stillness that reaches deeper than emotion. Let go of the need to figure everything out today, and simply rest in the awareness that your life is unfolding with intention beyond what you can see. As you move forward from this moment, carry only what brings you peace, trust instead of fear, hope instead of doubt, surrender instead of resistance, and quiet confidence that you are not alone in any step ahead. If your heart begins to feel uncertain again, remember this moment of stillness. Remember the way your spirit softened. Remember that you were seen in your deepest places and still held with gentleness. I am leaving you with peace that settles like a soft light within you, not loud, not forced, but steady and enduring, guiding you gently, even when life becomes noisy again. You do not need to strive to be worthy of love. You only need to remain open to receive what has always been present around you. Let this be your anchor, that even when you feel lost, you are not separated from guidance. Even when you feel weak, you are not separated from strength. Even when you feel uncertain, you are not separated from hope. Walk forward now with a heart that is lighter than before, a spirit that is calmer than before, and a mind that is beginning to rest from the weight it once carried alone. And may this final truth remain within you like a quiet foundation. You are held, you are guided, and you are never beyond the reach of peace.